Hello. Very well. And you? Can you hear me, guys, correctly? Hey, Soul. No matter today. Not yet. Not yet. I have it here. I have it here. But I'm still. I had lunch not so long ago, so I'm a bit. Um, I'm full. So yeah, I have it right here. But also, it's very hot today, so I actually was very thirsty. Like wanted to drink water. How are you, Soul? Hello, Marushka. In my city, so windy today. Oh, yeah. Here it was raining like the whole week, the whole past week. But now that the sun is out, it again it gets like humid. But yeah, I wouldn't say like it's really hot, but it's a bit annoying. Like it's a mix. Like sometimes it gets windy and sometimes it gets very hot. So you don't know what to wear. You don't know if you wear something with a sleeves or a sleeveless. You have no idea. You have to bring your raincoat with you. So yeah. And also we had some, electricity shuts, cut down. Uh, so it feels like summer is going to be very problematic, like already when it comes to electricity. Um, we had been having so much snow. It was snowing at 24/7 this week. Oh, so I guess it made it difficult for you to go out. Hmm. And also, snow is a bit dangerous, right? Because it's very slippery, like the road and everything. Today, guys, I haven't made a list of requests today, so it's going to be, a bit of we can chat, and also if you have any specific question about some group or idols, we can do this today, like, but very like spontaneously, because I don't have a list. Like I haven't made a list because one, I'm busy with my personal readings. I'm also having trouble with PayPal again, so I'm thinking that if I do book some personal readings, I'm going to have people to actually like, support. Instead of sending me money, they can support or give thanks or support or give a super thanks or a super chat or something like this to the channel. And then when I get the YouTube payment, I get it out of there because I don't know, PayPal is making it difficult for me. I don't know. Um, and I will have to switch to Pioneer at some point, but I don't know yet. So, and I also am working on the one list that I have is for the groups for the tarot reviews for the 2024. So those I'm busy as well. So if you have some questions or if you have a specific idol or someone that you want to know about, of course, always being respectful. Do not ask about their dating life and all those things that are very invasive. And in that case, I wanted to address something that I noticed the other day, the other live stream, is that one thing is when in a tarot reading, an aspect of their love life or what they're going through romantically or emotionally or sentimentally comes out in a reading, and I do talk about it. And another thing is to ask directly, like, are they dating? Are they not dating? Who are they dating? Like, that's invasive. That's invasive. But if I do get it on a spread, I have to express what I see. But it's very different to ask directly about their love life than to have a general view about how this influence, and if it comes out in a general reading, it's because it's important. So yeah. And also on Monday, I'm going to be reading for Enhypen Niki because I've been told that I believe his birthday is today, and he's turning 18, so he's going to be legal of age. And I'm going to be pulling cards for him, probably personality reading first, because although a lot of people are very interested in this boy, and I have no idea why, like I understand that he's popular, I get it, but I don't know what you want out of the cards. Like is there something very weird about Niki, because maybe I'm wrong and the cards are like very expressive about his energy, but from what I get from him, it seems like he's a bit childish yet, and he has to transit a lot of different experiences in his life in order to form a character and to also have like a very established character. He, for me, in my eyes, he's still a teenager. So we will see what the cards have to say about, how he's doing energetically. But I don't know what people expect out of Niki's energy, because everyone wants to, get tarot readings about Niki. And I know there's readers that already have read for Niki. For me, it's my first time. Um, and I plan to do it like very respectfully. Of course, not exaggerating anything. I see what I'm going to express, what I see, like always. Um, but yeah, I don't know what is it about Niki and people that I understand the guy. It's beautiful, definitely. Um, he's a beautiful young guy, but he's 18. He's just 18. Like, I don't know. I don't know what people expect to see in a tarot reading of him. I took a cab to go work every day. Usually I walk. It's 30 minutes by feet. Oh, Niki is such a good, kind person. It's not about his looks. I was going to ask for Niki when we're going to wait until he's 21. I have also for the readings for minors, if you don't mind to answer. Yes, ask me. So I'm actually looking here. I'm looking down here into my tablet because um, sometimes the words, like the messages, don't come in here. So that's why I'm looking here. My little sister had a lecture when she was 13. Mm. She confessed to me, surprised. Mm. Good morning, Hope. Jun and Dino. Okay, let me remind myself in my head who these people are, because there's so many members in 17. Jun and Dino. Dino is the magnet. There's consequences on those readings. No, I believe it's not like, I believe there's no consequences for the minor. Like, actually, it's not to frighten people and be like, oh, something something is going to happen. It's going to disturb them uh, spiritually, or in their aura or something like that. It's not about that. It's more about life experiences. Because a child, for example, if you read a card for someone that is 13, 15, 17, they haven't fully lived their lives. This is not like the 1900s where, people were married at 15 years old. Um, Teenagers nowadays, like children and preteens, and and they have a long vast of life and experiences to go through in order to develop themselves and what they like, what they don't like, their future, their possibilities. So if you do a reading for someone that is so young, it's not it's not ethical. It's not ethical because they are not fully developed. You can read something can come up in the reading and it will change. But what happens is that you are asking about someone that is is an experience. So what would you ask the tarot about a child? What would you and what would the child want to know? Also, in the case of your sister, there's curiosity. Like, in my case, I told you, like, I started learning and reading about tarot since I was like 14 years old. And I bought my first astrology book at 13 years old. And I did, to be honest, like back then, I did lie to my dad and I said that I needed that book, which was a lie. And he didn't know that I was buying an astrology book. He thought that I was buying a textbook. And no, it was an astrology book. So see, curiosity and about the occult, about tarot, there had always been this, um, but you know it depends where you go to get your cards read, who reads you the cards, and what do you see in them. It's like, you have your whole life to figure out who you are and what you want. Sometimes even it happens in adults that we don't know where we're heading energetically and spiritually, and sometimes in our life decisions. We just live in automatic, and sometimes we feel like we don't know things, or we are faced with situations that we thought we had it figured out, and actually, no, we have to start over. We have to relearn, readapt, So for me to read for a minor is like, what are you doing? Like, what do you expect to see in there? And in this, like, because if we think about, for example, love life or romance, we have to agree that there's people of different parts of the country, different parts of the world, that they are teenagers and they already had dated, they already had girlfriends, they already have boyfriends, they already had a relationship, like boyfriend and girlfriend, and they are in high school. They are high school sweethearts, and then they go and marry that person. We know about this. Like, we know that it's not that because you are 18, they are supposed to be just virgin. No, it's not about that. It's just that is for me is about, like, why people are asking about an 18-year-old. It's not about the person itself and that personal experiences. It's about the person asking. It's like, what why do you want to know about his experiences, like whether he or she has them or not? Like, why those people are children, like, and it's not because, oh, they are 18, like they already had advanced. No, they probably, are the same person, just 1 year older. I'm on a train with a Spotify Wi-Fi in areas out of Pueblos, but happy to be here. Oh, thank you, Hope. I have one too. How's 2024 going to be for K-pop as a whole? Okay. It always makes me laugh when young girls ask for sexy kinky rings for idols under 25. There's nothing, no experience. They don't know what they want. We don't have no. It's not in Albuquerque yet, but the mountains are covered. Um, yes, she's so curious and very spiritual. Thanks, I get it. But I was worried. It had energetic consequences. Yeah, no, 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 no. Don't worry. Don't worry. It doesn't because she is a child. It seems like, there's this sort of like she does it from a place of innocence. So that's why energetically they cannot be touched because they it's like a fantasy. It's like playing. It's like playing. Of course that then in time, you will see if she's like, for me in my case, like I have always been interested in these things, and people, they told me to wait. They were like, okay, you have to wait because definitely you're very young, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to be interested in this, but maybe later in life. And I believe that that's true because there were instances in my life where I was totally like very far away from this. It's not spiritual because I don't think that it's spiritual. I think that I always love like archetypes and symbolism. And for me, everything has a meaning when it comes to, I don't know, images just transport me somewhere, give me information. And I don't know, tarot had always like amazed me. Um, but yeah, there were moments in my life where my life was very like, strict and down to earth and very career orientated, and I didn't think about tarot. I didn't use it also. And I had the decks and I didn't use it. And I had people, oh, I remember you know how to read cards, right? And I was like, yeah, I do, but I at the moment I'm not reading because I'm with things at school. I have a full-time job. I have a relationship. I can't just master everything. Um, but yeah, then eventually, because of a pandemic, K-pop, the blow up of K-pop everywhere, like it just got me here. But you do go through a lot of processes where you are much more interested in using them, and then there are moments where you're like, yeah, it's there, but I don't use it, because yeah, it's not, um, it's not something that I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't know, I'm a healer or I'm a spiritual person. No, I'm a tarot reader. But yeah, like I have my own system of beliefs. I'm very respectful of a lot of people's beliefs as well. But um, I believe that each person makes their own destiny and that it's all about decision making. It's about consequences as well. You know, and it's not about karma because karma is a very strong word for me. Um, I think that it's about action and reaction. What you do and don't do has a consequence, has like a reaction. So yeah. Hey Samara, Lapilus. When I was curious at the young age, probably 12, 13, my parents protected me from inappropriate forces. I wonder how they knew I had unsuspectingly opened the door and was vulnerable. Mm. Yeah, yesterday I went to see my nephews, and we were talking with my cousin, their mother, and we were, because she also has like, the oldest of her children she's a teenager, she's 16, and we were talking about different things, and we were telling her about how we were when we were her age, and we were talking about my cousin recalled experience that she had playing the Ouija board. That I wasn't present at that moment, but it's funny because they were playing with that in front of my house, like at the house that it's across, yeah, across the streets from my house. And one of the girls, and we were talking about it, one of the girls that were present, because I don't know what happened in there. I believe someone died in a room and they didn't have a better idea than to play like the Ouija board in there. Of course that they were invited by the son that was our age, like the son of the house. He invited the girls and they brought like a Ouija board. And it's not like the Ouija board, the ones that you see on TV. No, it was Latin American homemade. like, like I don't know if you guys remember that you can actually, like, with the Ouija board, if we didn't have it, we had like, I remember one of them at the party created one by using pieces of paper and writing, the different letters and numbers and place it. I don't know. But yeah, when I was a teenager, the Ouija board was like, oh my, and we were all uh, Catholics, so we were even more like interested in the Ouija board, and the exorcism and everything was so hyped back then. And one of those girls, she had an accident because in the room where they were playing, it was upstairs, and it was recently like built, that place, and they had no electricity up there, and also they didn't have like a proper ladder to go down of that place. They just have like a wood ladder that they just placed in there and they went up. And then when they got scared, because I don't know what happened, and I believe that they placed some candles, and one of the candles, or all the candles, I don't know, they it was like, I don't know if someone blew the candles. I don't know if it was like the wind. I don't know, but they were in the dark, and all of a sudden they freaked out. And one of these girls, she wanted to run, like, and she was getting off that stair, that ladder, not stair, that ladder. And I don't know how they say that they feel like someone pushed her, and she almost like broke her neck, because she fell, like, she didn't entirely fell, but it seems like her ankle got stuck in one of the branches of the ladder, so she got like sort of hanging in the air. And they grabbed her, and she had then she had some issues with her leg, I believe. But yeah, we were talking about that, and how this is why when I think about teenagers sort of experimenting with the spiritual things, such as the Ouija board and tarot cards and the spiritual world, I'm not surprised, because actually, like, it's a taboo. And that's why, the correct word, like Hope said, is to have parents that somehow try to be very present, or as present as they can, about what their children are up to, because it's not so much like, from my experience, seeing it from my experience, I believe that it's not so much about, or like you can be possessed or something like that. I believe that probably, since you are so vulnerable, you can get like shocked or scared, or just have a very, like, you know a frightening situation, where your mind entirely doesn't understand what is going on, because children, and some adults as well, we can be very susceptible to these things. And if you don't have the mind in the correct place, or if you don't have the proper support of others, you can go crazy. You can go crazy. So this is why, sometimes I'm like, this is why I always talk to my nieces, especially they are very curious because they know I read tarot, and they're always very curious about witches and stuff. And I always tell them that yeah, that actually, television is television. What you see in the series and the movies is one thing, but real life is very different. Like, you can be intuitive in that. I sort of like, um I am aware that there's people with good intention and people with not so good intention, but I think that if you want to change your circumstances, you just have to get to work. And I know this sounds very Capricorn of me, but sometimes, um, if we think about witches back then, because they always mention witches, and if we think about these poor women back then in history, I believe that these women were just, these kind of females that they were fighting for some kind of independence or some kind of equality, because not every female back then was respected or had like a proper husband or someone that could protect you. So you had to protect yourself. Um, so it's, we women, we have the potential to help each other in moments of need. But also, there's another kind of women that are also the first ones that are the ones that bring other women down, and that are the first one that point the finger at the other women or females that are not the standard or are not rich or are not privileged. So this is why I believe that probably if you were a woman back then and you didn't have the resources, you had to believe in something. You had to believe in something. Because being part of a church or a community, it was a big selective as well. Like, you had to come from a certain family and you had to belong and you have to have some prosperity around your name and where you come from and what you own and who you're married to. So especially if we talk about race, then that's another thing. you know um this is why, um it's like this, at least, like, from my perspective, seeing it from us, that, in my case, I'm from Latin America and we come from indigenous people, and we had, also the Spanish, sort of coming here and installing their beliefs. But we, like, we come from indigenous people. We are a mix, but we come from we weren't always like white. So so yeah, so it's tough. It's tough. That's why there's a lot of mysticism, and there's a lot of, like, there's always in the family, there's one girl, there's one boy also. Like, there's always a member that is the most sensitive, that is the one that sort of like has this curiosity, because they have the ability to believe that energies exist, and that sometimes we are not alone. And um but yeah, I believe that, yeah, some people heritage a sort of like, power or ability. And but yeah, that's also up to the person to figure it out as they are living their lives, as they are choosing what they want to do. Purposely choose your path. Like, don't let, like, ghosts, energies, like a lot of things, just like take you somewhere that maybe, yeah, it happened, a lot of generations behind, but now we are in 2023. So so you have, maybe you can make the change, using another tools, or just using your influence, or using the spirituality from another perspective. But your don't lose yourself. That's what I want to say. Don't lose yourself in the imagination. Don't lose yourself. Like stay here. Like stay and work with what you have, and try to be your best version with what you have available. But yeah, to be curious is not, it's not bad to be curious. Actually, is curiosity what guides us. But yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for me to talk about spirituality with children, I'm trying to, I try to be as responsible as possible, because they believe everything that they see on TV, that they see on social media nowadays. Mm. Or by trusting strangers, to be honest and ethical. Also, that hope. I was going to mention this. Did you guys notice how many documentaries of cults we have nowadays? Like here in Latin America, it does happen. But the ones that I've seen that come from the US, I'm concerned. Like, I'm worried. Like, what's going on in there? The other day I finished watching the Twin Flames universe. I don't know what was that. And the other day was last week I also watched that Mother Love. Mother Love, was it? No, Mother God, the other documentary of this white lady claiming that she's God, that she was God. So, um, like, what's going on in there, guys? If you live over there, like, I would want to know, like, just because of curiosity. Like, I don't know. But that guy of the Twin Flames universe, I he is horrible in character. So I wonder, why would you listen to someone like this? I don't. Oh my god! Oh my god! Talking about something funny is that it's not that serious, and it doesn't have to do with codes and brainwashing. Um, have you seen, guys, the clip of NCT 127 members dancing reggaeton at the clubs? Especially, I talk about NCT 127, but not all of them were there, of course. But I saw Taeyeon. I saw Taeyeon and Mark having this dance battle. so so it was hilarious. What was that about? Like, I love it. I love that moment, but I didn't expect to see them like this. Like actually, like I was like, okay, I guess I feel like I'm being bias wrecked by Taeyong. Yeah, I believe I'm being bias wrecked by Taeyong. Like that man is so fun. Like that man, best dancer, right? Yeah, I was watching actually a TikTok of an NCT from Latin America, and she was laughing because she was like, "What were those? What was this dance? We should teach him. We should teach him how to dance reggaeton." But yeah, but well, guys, I mean, I don't know. He danced. I don't think that they hear like they listen to that much like reggaeton over there, and probably also their background of dancing. Maybe it's all about choreography. So to dance, reggaeton like people dance on clubs. I don't think he knows the steps. Like you know, even if I do, I can actually be, outdated as well. Because I know, like actually, when I used to go clubbing, when I started going clubbing when I was young, that's when Daddy Yankee, in that song, Gasolina, it started playing on radios and clubs. I believe it was his first song or his first hit, and it was huge. It used to be played in all clubs, and yeah, it had a choreography. Yeah, um, not the choreography, but it has its dance moves definitely. But yeah, I think it was hilarious. I love to see them like this. No more Jungkook. What? Ah, no more Jungkook for me. Yeah. Yeah. Like Jungkook is for the cute moments. But Jungkook is a menace because Jungkook is so like when it comes to physique, even though he's so sweet, the guy is very tall. Like he definitely gets your attention. So I'm not ruling him out yet. Um, yeah, no choreo, no freestyle. But I love Taeyong's attitude. Like honestly, like I love it. I love it. Instead of just go hiding in the back in the darkness, like go and dance. If you're enjoying yourself, go and dance. I think he's my kind of people. Like, and in this case, I'm when they are like, oh, because your bias is a representation of you. Maybe I need another biases because Utah is not a representation of me. I'm an introvert myself, but I also love to have fun. And I enjoy to be surrounded by. It's not that I'm going to be the first one to take the first step and go out and dancing in front of everyone. But if I have someone that has the attitude and also it's like, come on, let's go, let's do this. I go, and I have fun. And I don't like the people that is like, no, I better stay home. No, I don't want to go. Oh, no, it's cold outside. No, because you miss of a lot of things. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. Maybe the guy was tired. I totally get it. But they were, I don't know what country they were in. I remember, I forgot where they were. Um, and but it looks so fun, and they deserve it. They deserve to have this, I don't know, 2 3 hours of just dancing at the club, and I know that people are like, oh, really, that club, oh, the idol went to that club. But yeah, at least they went. No one is taking their experience away from them. I think that definitely they should come to Latin America more often so we can teach them how to dance reggaeton, of course. And there's a lot of songs, and there's a lot of like the music at the clubs is really good. Like for me, since I'm almost 40, not yet, but it's been a while since I went out dancing. like, to a club. But when I do, it's so much fun, guys. The music is great. It's a great atmosphere. It's a way of letting go of all the stress, and it's a great. And I think that the guys probably, because of their work and everything that they have to uh, sort of like, the oh, I have to be perfect, my hair has to be perfect, my figure has to be perfect, I have to work out, I have to look nice, I have to dress this brand because I'm an ambassador and I have to be like this. Just let the guys just go out and just have fun like regular people. And what if they are recording? Let them record. The guys were having fun. One race doesn't matter. Utah is for our savior therapist complex. Oh my. Yeah, like I totally, like, I love this. I love Taeyong doing this. I love Taeyong doing this. Like, I'm so proud of him because the guy has been, like, so, like, not only him, but so many criticism comes to them, just for being themselves or for being funny or for being goofy or for, just being a regular person with humor. And it's like, you are always offending someone. So, but dancing reggaeton, you're not going to offend anyone. Actually, they did it very well. They did very well. Mark, I didn't know what Mark was doing. I was like, what are you dancing to, Mark? What song are you dancing to? Like, for Mark, I was like, oh, is that Mark? Mark, aren't you hiding there? Like, behind all that, he had so much clothes on. That's so Mark. He had like so many layers of clothing and the cap. Like, you're the club, Mark. It's like a sauna. You're going to get like, oh my God, but I love it. I brought this deck because I want to pull cards for them. I wanted to pull cards for them. I was like, oh, I'm going to bring this because you know how sometimes we talk about, how do the idols flirt? Well, we could ask, how do the idols act at the club? And we have this. Should Mark know better how to dance to that when he grew up in New York for 10 years? Oh my. I'm not a fan of reggaeton. Actually, when it first started, I was a fan of Daddy Yankee from the first time he appeared because I love his songs. Not all of them are that good, but they are popular and they really are very fun to dance to in at the club. Like, I know there's a lot of reggaeton singers nowadays. He will always remain my favorite. Um, and um, yeah, I believe that it's very freestyle, but yeah, there's some moves that you have to learn. Yeah, yeah, and but actually, it's really fun because I that's why I want them to come to Latin America and experiencing it for themselves. Because I'm sure that when they think about Latin music or when they think about, I don't know, salsa, I don't know, merengue, all those very, traditional Latin sounds. Maybe they think that, oh, we have to dance like this, like, and actually, like, we over here, we don't dance like this. For example, we have the traditional dance that is tango, and I don't know how to dance tango. But when it comes to dancing at the club, it's like no one is going to judge you. You just have to feel the rhythm. You just have to move your hips, and you have to, like like Shakira says, hips don't lie. Well, you just have to move your hips the way you can do it, and in your ability and also capability of doing it. Like no one is going to judge you. This is why I think that going to clubs, or at least when I used to go, is such a healing experience, because it's like, just let loose. Nobody's watching you. Like, of course that you have a lot of people around you, but it's like no one cares. Even if you are being funny, even if you don't know the choreography, even if you're missing some steps, you're just here to have fun, and we are all laughing, and we are all being loud. The music is being loud, and we are celebrating. So it's not so much about like I have to get it perfect, like this is some kind of dance battle, like a Step Up number 2 or number 16. I don't know how many movies of a Step Up there is, but this is the thing. Here in Latin America, we don't dance to choreographies. We just dance to the rhythm of the music, and we move our bodies. We let it go. We let it go. And we enjoy it, and we laugh, and we look at each other in the eyes, and we just laugh. We are like, there's just so much joy in our bodies, and we celebrate that we are together. It's not like, oh, there comes, this group of very, like, these dancers, the choreographers, like, make some room, they're going to dance. No, no. The dance floor is for the regular people. It's not for people to be like, oh, look at me, the choreography that I made. Look at me, like I'm filming a TikTok. No, like, get out of the way. No one wants like to watch you and your perfect choreography. Like, this is for the people. This is for the people to connect with the music, to connect with being hanging out with a group of people that they like, or they just met, that we are just friends and we're celebrating. Like, like, at least this is how we experience it here. This is how we live it. And we don't judge. If you cannot dance, like, just do what you can. Move your head. I don't know, do it, but just do it. Like, just let it go. Taeyeon is my least favorite in NCT or T20 guy. Guy just rubs me the wrong way. Not all people freestyle. Plus, they are used to learning choreography. For me, I love when people get up and dance because the music moves them. Yeah. Oh yes, Korean entertainment is hiring lately Latin American professionals to get more Latin beats into their song. Oh yeah, that I saw. They all should go to Latin America, not only learn how to dance, but also it's like obligatory. Yeah, here we don't, and I think that at least in my country, from what I hear that foreigners people say about coming here into our country, is that they just love how welcoming we are of different races, and how we are. It seems like we're very excited to meet people that, oh yeah, like you don't speak the language. Okay, I'm going to like just I'm going to see if I can help you. It's not that we don't like to make people feel like ashamed or embarrassed. We actually just are very curious also of people that are different, and we just love meeting people that are different. We have that spontaneity. It's not that we are like, oh my God, here it comes, someone different. No, we are like, we're actually very happy, very happy. Um, and I think that this is, I believe that probably this is a sentiment that when you live in an environment where things, the economy is a mess. Sometimes everything is a mess. The only thing that you have that can save you is just be a good person. Just be as nice and as kind as possible. And just, I don't know, make a joke, do something that makes someone smile. Like, don't be so rigid, don't be so blue. Like come on, like my mom used to say, she always used to tell me, like, have a spirit, like have it's not about being spiritual. Like I remember she used to tell me, like, to have a spirit. That means to have like a strong voice, like a strong presence, like act and move as if you were alive, and not be going through life as if you're afraid of being seen and being heard. She was like, no, no, you have a voice, you have a body, you have your mind, you have your vision. Like go out in life and present yourself. Like don't go like just don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't hide. And when you do things, do it passionately. Do it passionately. Feel it. Feel it, commit, get involved. Do not act as if you were a ghost. Like, oh no, I don't know what to do. Oh no, no. In here, I don't get into those things, no, because I'm afraid that what will people say? Who cares? If you make a mistake, but at least you had the courage to do it. Let the world see you. And that's all. Okay, and then I'm going to start reading for this that Marushka mentioned, 17 Jun and Dino. Why guys that, oh no, I cannot turn it off. I wanted to turn on the AC, but the cable is not connected. So yeah, I cannot do it. It's really hot in here. Okay, 17 Jun and Dino. Jun and Dino. Well, for June, we have the Six of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So definitely for June, he's a very analytical guy. Like, there's a lot of swords in here. So I think that when it comes to his connection with Dino, probably he's the one that delivers the messages, or he's the one that comes up with good ideas. There's something about him being like, okay, I have an idea, or I have something to say. And he's really thinking about new ways to keep moving, to keep advancing in this connection. Probably, he feels like with Dino, he can talk. I don't know if they are one of the youngest, but there's something about him being like, okay, with him, I feel like I can relate, like I can talk about a lot of things. And he potentially is the one that initiates all the conversations. There's something about him being very all about change. Like, I have this idea. We should move this. We should do this. And from Dino's perspective, we have the strength and the Three of Wands. So also he is very supportive of June. Probably, I know he's a magnet, but there's something about him also, like sometimes like telling June to stop a bit and to control himself and not to get that excited, or that, because I believe that both of them have a lot of ideas. Like there's something about them wanting to plan something ahead and being like, for the future. And they talk about the future a lot. They're like, for future plans or for future possibilities, we should do this and this and this. Um, but I believe that Dino is a bit much more like he contains himself a bit. He's like, maybe we should slow down and focus first on what we have to do or what we have available at the moment. Sort of trying to come June. That June is a bit like, okay, the idea is here. I have it. I have the information. I know how to do it. This is how we should do it. This is what I want to communicate. Because June, I believe that June is his energy is a bit more adventurous because it feels like he wants to be on the move all the time. Like there's something about him being ready, and he always probably he knows what it's like to change all the time, either of locations, of places. There's something about him not being afraid to move or to change places, change locations, to introduce change. And in the case of Dino also loves the idea of thinking about the future project. I think that these two could collaborate with something together, both of them. But I think that he's much more about like, first let's appreciate what we have now. Let's not go that far about like, yeah, let's not take the idea too far because actually what we have in here is pretty good. So there's no need to go to different waters to sort of get something that we already have in here. We just have to maybe expand our vision. And I love the idea of expanding our vision, but I don't think that we should go that far away. Like there's something about him sort of like, maybe, yeah, let's plan, but let's not plan that far away. And Dino is already no, and June is already like ready to pack the bags and just go. Let's go, let's go, let's do this. Um, yeah. But yeah, the relationship definitely they have the communication. It's just that I think that even though maybe Dino, I don't know if Dino is, yeah, if he's the Magna, I'm sure he's the youngest. But there's something about him also being the voice of reason or being the one that calms June down. Like, yeah, let's wait a bit. Like, yeah, it's great. But yeah, let's wait. But definitely they are working on something. I believe that probably this has to do with 17, getting a very prestigious opportunity. Getting not just recognition. It's more about them getting more door opens for the group, and this for them as the two members, it means that they're going to be more satisfied as well. But also with the six, with the seven of pentacles, they have to wait. They have to wait. If they have a project in common, they have to wait. They have to wait a bit. I think that there's something about them also not getting um that too excited about possibilities, because there's something about probably 17. I know they won recognitions, they won awards. This was a great year for 17. It seems like the guys are going to get a lot of opportunities and are going to get a lot of doors are going to be open for 17. But I think that there's something here with the Seven of Pentacles that also it has to do with, don't focus so much on the future. Like, appreciate where you are right now. Like, stay grounded, be patient. Maybe one of them can get too ambitious, to like, okay, but now, that we have all these possibilities, we should like do this as well. And the other one is like, maybe we should just be grateful and wait. Because there could be also this sort of indulgence, when you are that comfortable with, oh, we are winning, yeah, we're doing very well, like we can make anything possible, like you believing blindly in yourself. But actually the Seven of Pentacles is like, you know You're going to get the reward, but not yet. Work on your patience. Work on your patience. Like, don't get too confident. Don't get too confident. Dino has more earth and June has more air and fire. Oh, I get it. Yeah, yeah, I understand them. Yeah, yeah, because June gets me. He sounds like he's ready to go away, like not go away, but he's ready to jump into the next adventure because probably his ability to stay focused it's very limited. Like he needs another new project or he needs to do something new because he gets bored. So that's why he's like, come on, let's do this. Like I have an idea. Like, why don't we do this? And the other one is like, yeah, but maybe we should work on something more long lasting. And because I believe that for Dino, he feels more satisfied where he feels like it's sort of like um consistency of efforts. It's not just about like, oh, I had this wonder idea, this amazing idea, and it paid off. No, it's more like about him like planting the seeds in watching them grow. For him it's more like this. For Dino it's more like this. Okay, this happened, and because this happened, I was able to create this, and then with this, I was able to create this. He just enjoys that. And for June is very different. For June is like, let's go farther, like let's go where we haven't gone before, like, and yeah, but yeah. And probably he's a bit premature because with the Ace of Swords, it seems like he tells his ideas before he knows how he's going to execute them. It seems like he has the idea, he has the power of imagination and being like, oh, I thought about this. But he doesn't know how to elaborate it. This is why when Dino got the free of what the strength card, it's like, yeah, I love your attitude. I love your excitement. I'm sure what you're telling me is true. But yeah, let's just go step by step. Hello, Akira. How are you? Okay, I'm going to pull cards for this question that is, how's 2024 going to be for K-pop as a whole? Okay, we start with the Queen of Pentacles. So probably this could be the girls group year, probably, or the girl buses, like in the sense that you could have more um, female CEOs being more successful in their projects or the group that they launch instead of the men, the male CEOs, for example. You could see the rise and the success of groups being created or projects being created by females. Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and then from the Oracle we have the card of Sun in Gemini, versatility. So this is cool. With just like with this card of versatility, definitely lets you know that if you think about the posture, it's not the same, but if you think about the flexibility of versatility, and if you think about the posture of the Seven of Swords, like walking, like very, knowing how to strategically get out of the situation, taking five swords with him, sort of walking under, tiptoeing. It talks about probably, some situations and just idols, probably idols and companies, some of them sort of ruining, not ruining the groups, but probably having some very questionable situations and then tiptoeing around it and being like, oh, I hope you don't catch me. But yeah, it could affect certain groups financially, and actually there's something about them like, getting cut off maybe financially, because if they mess up or if they say something that is not good for their image, I could see, I don't know if companies do this, that they sort of punish a certain member if they do something that it ruins the reputation of the group, or if they makes them lose sales or something like that. I don't know if they take money away of that specific member. I don't know, but I can see them doing this um, as a way of punishment. Um, but yeah, see here, starting with this very strong Queen of Pentacles and Three of Wands. Like I said, I can definitely see like more women in power in K-pop for 2024. Not so much certain idols, like female idols. I think that it has more to do bosses, with CEOs, with people in power, especially like women being like, okay, yeah, I want to start my own company and I want to invest. I can see, rich females like being like, okay, yeah, maybe I should start my own entertainment company and have groups, to debut under my company. So I could see a few, sort of putting the money in there, like investing in there. And I can also see probably some other female CEOs or bosses or managers that they had done very well in 2023 to keep investing in 2024 and keep adding like more, not just working with certain groups or with the groups that they created initially, but also start investing in more groups to come. And in this sense, when I say this, I don't mean that the CEO, like this CEO, female CEO or manager, that she's just going to have girl groups in her company. No, this could be a female CEO that has boy groups in her company, but I sort of can see this person being like, okay, I done well, I'm going to keep expanding my company, or I'm going to keep expanding my projects, and I'm going to keep creating new ones because I done very well with the other ones. So yeah, this could be sort of female. 2024 could be female more orientated. Um, because honestly, yeah, seeing the Seven of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, um, like I don't want to say that is just male idols that could, face some controversies, but there could be like a sort of coincidence that there could be some, suddenly the audience like targeting more or getting more frustrated with the male idol attitude, or oh, I'm disappointed in this idol because he did this, he said this, he did this, he smoked, he went out, he had a girlfriend, he lied to us. Like there's something about, I don't know why I feel like probably, the male idols are going to have to watch out a lot to not, hurt some female fans' sensitivity, because I could see also this also, like, I said CEO, but this could be the fans as well, the fans with the money sort of being like, I didn't put my money here for this. So you better do better. Like, you have to do better. So I like, if you thought that maybe some fans were being, having an attitude and being entitled, like, get ready, because in 2024 they are going to still have like this same attitude. And I could see more like influential females getting more interested in being a fan, and sort of being like, okay, I will put my money here, but you better do not disappoint me. So yeah, yeah. And also, if some idol get into trouble or they are caught lying, definitely it will affect the finances. Definitely it will affect the financials. Probably we will see that also. But yeah, with the kind of Sun in Gemini versatility, honestly, guys, there could be drama, but it's not going to be something that you're like, oh my God, he's going to go to the dungeon forever, or there's going to be like a permanent result or a consequence towards this, and something is going to change or something is going to get, transmuted, and they are going to start a new system. Um, I believe that things are going to stay the same. Things are going to stay the same. Like probably people that if there's some idols like that they get in controversies, but in this I'm saying real controversies. When I say this, I don't mean the fans being mad at an idol for dating or being mad at an idol, oh, because you didn't say hi to me like I wanted to and you didn't remember me when I wanted to. No, this Seven of Swords, I'm talking about idols like having very, very negative situations happening with them. Not just like, oh, because he had a girlfriend and some pictures were leaked. No, I'm talking about probably some serious actions coming from them. Like stealing, I don't know, get ready because it's not going to be just, a simple, naive rumor. It's going to, the ones that are not behaving very well, they are going to get exposed. They are going to get exposed. So yeah, definitely. Joyce, they already are in the list, but I'm not starting to read for the groups 2024. I have the list. Lapilus is on the list, but I'm not reading for them today. So yeah. Oh, it's talking about someone that wanted me to put when I said about the friendship readings, because I do have it written down in here and I didn't do it like the other day, the other week. But I'm going to pull cards now that it's a friendship reading between GD and T.O.P or Top. I know someone asked me. And I'm going to, since I don't have much on the list, I'm going to pull cards for them now. Okay, GD, T.O.P, and the relationship. Hmm. From GD's perspective, we have the Nine of Swords and the Wall card. And from T.O.P or top part, we have the Ten of Cups and the Six of Swords. And then for the relationship as an overall, we have the Empress and the Nine of Cups. Honestly, from GD's perspective, I don't know why. I feel like he feels guilty, and I don't know exactly why. Why there's this feeling like I feel like he's slowly like moving on from this because he has the wall card. So definitely he's like closing a cycle when it comes to him bearing the guilt, of probably thinking a lot about the past and how things, how maybe they disconnected at some point, and him feeling a bit guilty about this. I mean, like, okay, I should have known when this happened. I should have prevented this. Him like sort of in his mind, he's replaying a lot of situations or probably conversations that the two of them had. And there's something about probably GD in his mind, because if we see this card, I feel like probably he has in his mind, he has a lot of recurrent memories about a lot of conversations with different people. um Probably the guilt and feeling so overwhelmed with memories is because maybe in his lifestyle back then, a lot of things and a lot of things were happening around him. A lot of people, a lot of noise, a lot of maybe a lot of conversations. Yeah, him just being in the middle and actually not being that present, or actually, yeah, being there, with the crowd, with being surrounded by a lot of people, and then probably not being a bit like numb by the fame and the situation, and just having a lot of people around them, and maybe not having a moment of intimacy, a moment where they could actually be in silence and alone, without so many interruptions. I feel like probably this is why for him, for GD, it maybe has to do with how he had always lived his life like this, like he was supposed to have, his antenna or his, the wires on all the time, like sort of guessing how everyone is doing and what they're going through, and him just being tired also of having to be dependent on so many people, that, oh, you don't get mad, no, I hope that you don't also get mad, oh, you two are fighting, okay, like, let's work this, like, let's resolve this, sort of like an older brother, or more like an older brother, I would say, like a father, being like, no, you shouldn't be like this, you too, like, and for him it must have been very exhausting. But with the wall card, definitely he's slowly, if there had been some kind of, because I don't think there is guilt, but probably there had been some discussions, or maybe some hurtful things had been said between them. I think that he's not, he's slowly like moving on. Just, he probably is like, okay, yeah, I admit it. We both were going through a lot of, changes, and we were so focused on our lives and our individual things that we just couldn't communicate properly. So definitely, maybe he feels guilty. He's like, okay, maybe I should have listened to him more, or maybe I should have reacted differently, but I didn't because I also had to deal with myself and with other issues that were happening around me. But now he's slowly like closing the cycle. With the wall card, there's this possibility of a new beginning for him. Because um, it must be tough to be GD, honestly, because I feel it like I feel like also the weight on myself when I say this, like him trying to make everyone get along and that no one gets offended and that everyone has their time, and him just being pulled in different directions. And just like recognizing, okay, maybe I wasn't entirely present back then when you needed me, but I also needed myself and I wasn't present with my own personal things neither. So, there's this sense of I did what I could back then. I'm sorry if it wasn't enough. Um, but for T.O.P, yeah, with the Ten of Cups and the Six of Swords, is it possible that T.O.P has a family of his own? Is it possible that I don't think that it's about marriage, but definitely it's an aspiration of him. Or is it possible that he has a family of his own? But if he doesn't, he's part of a very loving community. Like, I think that for Top, he he's happy. Like he doesn't hold like a grudge nor anything. Um, for GD because he's in a different time in his life. He already moved on. He has a Six of Swords. So he's literally emotionally he's much more fulfilled. He's much more like um satisfied, I would say. He probably feels very loved and accepted where he is. I don't know. I hope he's not part of a cult. Actually, I don't know. I watch too many cult documentaries, guys. Every time that I see, like, the community and the happy community, I'm like, where are you? I hope this is your real family and that you had actually like have a great relationship with them. But definitely he feels the love. He feels the love. He feels the acceptance. Wherever he is, he's happier. He has found his sort of what he needed in order to heal. So for him, it's like, we don't have to talk about the past because I already healed. Like I'm already surrounded by people that get me, by people that understand my needs. I'm happy. I'm moving on. Like I'm advancing. He's already moved on. He's already moved on. And he's happy. So, there's not actually there's nothing pendant between the both of them. Actually, I believe that he also considers, GD part of his family as well. He's like, okay, when where I am, you are welcome. If you want to come and join us, you are welcome. But there's something about Top or T.O.P just feeling very loved, just feeling very happy to be with the people that he is with now, that he is surrounded by now. He has found his people. He has found his group of pertinence. He feels that he belongs, that in this place he belongs, and that he can advance, that he can move on, from the past. I think that he also was looking for this, a change. He needed a change. He needed the ability to move, the ability to get out of that stagnant of obscurity, and darkness. He needed to get out of this. He wanted sunny days, he wanted like happiness. He wanted this. He wanted the positivity. He wanted this. He wanted the celebration, the just even when, maybe in this place everything feels very, even a bit cheesy for him, and he's like, this is ridiculous, the amount of love that these people have for me. But he's like, I'm getting used to the idea of being loved and being spoiled and being pampered and being, sort of treated like a child, but he loves it. His inner child loves it. He's like, this is it. And I don't know why. Maybe they get good food in here because there's something about loving the food. I don't know. But yeah, then as an overall, they have the Empress and of um, the Nine of Cups. So see, again, this has to do with them finally on their own and eventually coming together and talk about their individual accomplishments, and them also being abundant together, like sort of, I don't know why I get the word repairing their bond and their relationship, but also working on themselves, because the Empress is about, each one of them is like, sort of like pulling and working on promoting more their well-being, what makes them happy, what makes them grow and expand in happiness. Like, what is your ultimate goal? They want to be happy. They want to be accepted. They had already experienced together the craziness and the volatile that fame is. That, yeah, one day you are the best and you're up there, and then the next you are no longer the favorite, or you are no longer trending. So they're like, we made it. We made it. They will talk again. Like, I know they talk, but I think that there's something about them reuniting and probably like working on a project together, because the Empress is symbolizes the potential. So definitely I don't see them like, not thinking about work or creation or collaboration. There could be a moment for collaboration, a moment for like, let's make this happen. I still have my potential. You still have yours. Let's make it happen. Maybe not just them. Mm, I mean, I'm reading for the both of them. There could be just the two of them. But this doesn't mean that there's something that is like an impediment of the group members to reunite all of them. But I think that first they needed to get in contact. And first, I think that it has to do more with Top, with T.O.P, than with GD. That it has more to do with him embracing his own talent or his own power of creation. He wanted to prove himself that he could. Or maybe he is still working on this. He's still working on sort of like, okay, I want to connect with my creative self. I want to do it. I have to do it on my own. I have to make it on my own. And once I can show that I had grown, that I had matured, that I had succeeded, once I had earned this, then we're going to see each other again. But yeah, it definitely talks about potential and the pride of creating something. The pride of, look at me, I did it. I'm still a creator. What? GD had relationship confirmed with actress Kim Go Eun today by their agencies. Who? They like wait. I'm I'm reading for T.O.P and GD. And why don't I remember this actress? If you're mentioning an actress, I think I know who she is, but at the same time I'm confusing faces. And I know I read for her, so this is why I don't understand. Ah, the Goblin actress. I did a reading for her. Oh my God. I did a reading for her. And in that reading, I said that there was something about her getting married. I believe that was the strong feeling that I got during the whole reading. That she was going to start her family or something like this. Like the love department was in the first row, not so much about uh, work, and it was more about her love life. But there was something about a strong commitment. If I'm not mistaken, oh my God, I didn't know that, Marushka. I didn't know. I was like, I mean, if they do, if they do, please send me an invitation. At least from her side, I read for her. And when I got her reading, because I'm going to rewatch it after I'm done with this, but when I got her reading, that I got all about, like, I swear, the only thing that I could see in her reading, like, and I was a bit disappointed because I was like, okay, I know she has a lot of fans, and the fans were really, uh, like, so sweet. Like, thank you so much, guys, to the people that supported the reading and were very happy with my humble interpretation. That, of course, today I read a comment of someone saying that they don't like the way I read because I mentioned too much the word I think, I feel, and that I was just ranting, and that person didn't like it. That they trusted more the prophets. I'm sorry, I'm not a prophet. No, I just interpreted cards. No, I'm no prophet. I'm no prophet and or prophetess. I don't know how you call it. And I prefer to stay this way. Like, no, I just read cards. That's all I do. Oh, but yeah, when I read for her and I got this, I believe it was like the Ace of Cups, and there were a lot of cups. There were like the Two of Cups in the middle. I don't know. And the only thing that I got that it was like a strong vibe was relationship, commitment, marriage, even family. I was like, I don't even know this girl. Why am I getting this strong feeling or interpretation about her love life when actually, like, she's a very known actress, she's so talented, she's so beautiful. Like, I was expecting to see something about her career, her aspirations, but no, all I got was this about her love life. So I don't know. I hope she but I don't know, there was something about me getting the feeling that this year, I believe, yeah, it was 2023 reading, a 2023 reading, that it was all about relationships and connection. I didn't see the person, but I saw that it was very stable. I just saw it on my feed, and I was only checking out how T.O.P looks. But there's something about this actress Kim Go Eun that maybe it has to do with her popularity. But definitely, she's very popular. Like there's something I don't know. Maybe this is why when I see that, that you're telling me this about her and TD, this rumor. Um, she had been shipped with a lot of men, powerful men. So I don't know what who she is or what, but for me, the woman must be taken already. She must be in a relationship with someone. It's just that it's not confirmed because, yeah. Oh, and about the idols in the club question. Yeah, I'm going to do it, Maruska. I'm going to do it now. Just to have fun because we don't have many requests. Actually, I don't have much requests today. So yeah, I'm going to pull some cards. So if you want to drop some names, I can do it. Oh yeah, she does get shipped a lot with Limino. Mm. Yeah, because I've been asked to do a reading for them, and I honestly I didn't feel like it because I don't. When I don't feel. I believe I read for these two a couple years ago, and I saw nothing. So okay, you're Limino reading. Poor guy. Like let's just hope that he finds true love. Yeah. So people can stop shipping him. Like love and relationships are tough for us regular individuals. Can you imagine for someone successful and handsome and as he is? Like, if you're a fan, instead of shipping him, you should be praying for him to find, the right person and be happy. Like, it's not that, it's challenging. Relationships are challenging. It's so challenging. Like people, and I feel like that also it it maybe it has to do because today I was watching a TikTok of a random American celebrity that I believe she got divorced not so long ago, and now she's dating someone else, and the paparazzis caught them together. So I know that there could be publicity, and this could be arranged, but I think that this also, when you see celebrities that I don't know, they broke up and then they are dating someone else, someone famous or someone, and you have this in your mind that is like, celebrities find love, find love very fast. That they just get introduced to someone that is as equally beautiful, successful as them, and they fall in love, and then they start dating. And but we don't know that it's the entertainment business, so this could be arranged actually. So yeah, but there's this misconception, that they should move on fast, like you should like get started fast. I saw today dating documentary in Korea. 65 of people between age 90 to 44 are not dating and never want to date. Oh, I'm not Korean, and I believe I'm included in that because honestly, like I had tried dating, but I don't know why. I just don't. I I swear I'm trying to be, you know, to be available, but I swear that the people I meet is not. And I am realistic, like I'm respectful, open minded, but I just don't like them. I just don't feel that. everything goes well at first, and then eventually it's just like, I don't know, it's just something that is not, we just don't match, sometimes when you just don't match, and that's it, it's like, yeah. Okay, which one of NCT members should we try? Should we start with? Ah, okay. Okay, which one of the members should we start? Doyon? Okay. Yeah, because Mark and the others, we've seen them. I mean, I've seen Taeyeon and Mark. But yeah, Doyon. Doyon wasn't there, right? I believe Johnny was in there, but I didn't see Johnny. uh, Seven of Wands, the Chariot, that also is seven, and Four of Cups. For Dayan, it's very interesting because the seven of wands in here talks about defensiveness. So I definitely can see him like going, like, but it's like being pushed by others to go and engage, and him be like, okay, 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 but like definitely fighting or just being a bit moody, like, okay, don't touch me, like, because and also with the Chariot, I could also see him like having a momentum or having a moment where he would move forward, when it comes to, letting himself loose and have fun and laugh and just being spontaneous. Wait, guys, I got disconnected. I'm here. I'm here. With the Chariot, I could see him eventually like moving a bit, like, engaging, like having fun, like, adapting, dancing a bit, and probably talking to other people or laughing with other people, and sort of trying to, be there and just adapt to, okay, like, I'm here. Yeah, this is fun. But then again, we have the Four of Cups. That the Four of Cups is like the card of the guy that is like this with their crossed arms, that is like reviewing their past lives decisions, and him being like, being all apathic. Like, maybe it could be because of the alcohol, he feeling the rush and feeling energized at the beginning of the night, and then eventually regretting it, then eventually losing his energy or his initial energy and being like, I don't want to be here. I want to be home. Like, I really don't want to be here. Like, why am I here? Like, really, I didn't want to go. They forced me to go. So definitely, I could see him going through these mood swings. I don't know why I got Cancer vibes. That he's like all emotional at the end of the night or the evening. Him being all emotional. Like, why am I here? Like, I don't belong here. Like, I just don't enjoy it anymore. Yeah, it was fun at first, but now I'm like, I don't want to be here. Like, I don't. Yeah, it's hilarious. But it's so cute, the defensiveness of him being like, I have to go? Like really? Like, being he been forced by others, or just being invited by other people, and then be like, you have to go, like you have to go and socialize, and he'd be like, I don't like it. But there's a part of him here with the chariot that definitely he would have fun. The first 2 hours, he would enjoy it. Actually, I don't know about clubbing. For example, in Korea, how long do they go clubbing? From what time to what time? How many hours does it last for them to go clubbing and have fun? For us here in Argentina, we start actually very late, because that we usually have like dinner reservations, or we have dinner at bars or different locations first, like for example around 10 p.m., and then after we have dinner, we have a few drinks, and then around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. we go to the club, and then we stay there until 6 a.m., 6 a.m., 7, depends on at what time do they close. I don't know in Korean if they do it. 5 a.m. Jaehyun. Okay, for Jaehyun, he has 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, Ace of Swords. A lot of swords for this guy. Um, I don't know why I'm getting the 5 of Swords here. You can see like this chess. I believe it's the king. Is the queen or the king? The chess piece, like fallen, and it says defeat. And I don't know what I'm seeing him like. I don't know, maybe drinking too much and just falling. because because we start with the 9 of Pentacles, so definitely here the 9 of Pentacles is this abundance. So the 9 of Pentacles is usually the person that if he's feeling generous, he's really loving it, he's loving the environment, and of course he wants to buy drinks, or he wants to make everyone feel comfortable. So yeah, let's buy some drinks, it's on me, I pay, because I'm feeling abundant, I want to invite you, like I want to make you feel what drink do you want. It's like, it's not that if it was up to him, and maybe if this place had something to eat, he would offer to buy you something to drink. But since not to drink, to eat, food. But since we're talking about the club, there's the only things that are available are drinks. So he could also feel very abundant and feel very generous and be like, okay, we are going to drink a lot. So yeah, one for you, one for me, one from the other, like yeah, keep it coming. But then but then I see the 5 of Swords that is like defeat. So I could actually see, like, maybe if it's about alcohol, him actually getting, intoxicated soon. But, and him, his energy is maybe at some point, he started, very confident, and he started just enjoying himself a lot and just feeling like the king and feeling very abundant and feeling like, yeah, like I'm buying everyone's drink. I'm so generous. Like, I feel like I belong here. Like I'm the owner of this place. Everyone loves me. Everyone knows me, you know. But then with the 5 of Swords, there's something about them. He feeling a bit defeated, maybe because of the atmosphere, or maybe because of the drink, he could get some kind of blues, his energy feeling a bit like down, like, oh my, this is depressing, or him getting a bit like nostalgic or sad or just touched, like, I don't know. But then with the Ace of Swords, he could like actually like come up with new ideas to cheer himself up. So definitely I could see him like having these mood swings of actually like starting very excited, then getting a bit like low, like a bit depressive, and then coming up again with new ideas to maybe challenge each other or dance or do something unexpected or just, I believe it has to do with challenges, with him daring someone that he's with. Okay, you should do this, and I do this, and then playing, sort of to keep themselves entertained mentally. You know, I don't see much cards that indicate that there's something about him enjoying himself, like him moving his body and him being like, okay, this is fun. No, I think that for him it's like, okay, I want to have a few drinks. Like, I really like, let's try different drinks, or, oh, this is nice. Like, it makes me feel comfortable. But then it seems like his mood changes, his idea changes. Why does it go so well with Jaehyun being club owner with drinking his hand? Yeah, because with the Nine of Pentacles, there's something about him feeling like the owner. Him feeling like, yeah, like the drinks are on me. Like, and actually him being mischievous in this sense. I don't know if he loves to see other people getting drunk or getting wasted very fast. But there's something about him finding it funny at first, but then it hits him too. There's something about him also like feeling his energy, or his mind getting a bit foggy, and he be like, oh, what am I doing here? Like, yeah, like not thinking like, I don't want to be here, but something about him probably getting affected by the drinks or the atmosphere, and him just standing there still and a bit like as if he was reflecting about something. But he's not reflecting about something in particular. It's just his mind that is like traveling somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. But then with the Ace of Swords, he then comes up with new idea. Then he wakes himself up and he's like, okay, let's make this fun. Or maybe he starts laughing by himself. I don't know, just very erratic behavior, but it can come and go. Hey, Fluffy. Okay, who's next? Who's next of NCT 127? Sleeping on the floor. Yeah, I could actually see him like, just falling asleep all of a sudden, like like just standing, like just. He's hilarious. Jungkook, okay. He's hilarious. The lovers. Uh, Page of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Another one that is, this one he could actually like spend money that he doesn't have. So is dangerous. Actually, I'm pulling cards to see how they would be at the club. NCT 127 members, but it could be about anyone. But yeah, it would be to pull cards to see how they would act at the club or in the club. Definitely starting with Jungkook and the lovers. There's something about him just being a surprise. I think that him being in the club is him bringing out his very strong duality, like his two personas, like the sweet puppy and the lover. There's something about him using his duality and also being just like ready to take all the personas that are inside of Jungkook are going to come out in the dance floor. In the dance floor, or just just being funny, just being unexpected. There's something about him just loving it and just being, so yeah, definitely I would advise people that if you have the fear of him being filmed in camera, just, just protect him just in case. But yeah, with the page of swords, here the keyword is curiosity. So definitely with the page of swords, I could see Jungkook being very talkative, like being very curious. You know that usually we see him like in this sort of like when they have these blogs that they travel or they go different places. He's always talking to someone, like he's always asking questions or he's always engaging in conversations with a stranger. So definitely I could see like, yeah, him being excited and him just being happy to be there, but also talking to people, talking to random people, talking to the bartender, talking to a person that is next to him that he doesn't know, or maybe just talking to someone that is next to him thinking that is part of the crew that he's with, or him thinking that is a staff, and him thinking that is part of the group, and maybe it's just a random person that he doesn't know. So there's something about him, if Jungkook is a curious person in nature because he is like this, going to the club, he's going to be much more curious. He's going to engage more in conversations. It's not so much like, oh, yeah, like I'm dancing, I'm loving it, I'm having fun, but I'm also very curious. So if I see something that I like, I'm going to go and ask the DJ. Or if I see a drink that I like, I'm going to go and ask the person, how did you make this drink? And sort of just being curious, just being this curious puppy that he is. But yeah, with the Six of Pentacles, definitely, I see him just, being very. I said something about him probably spending money that he doesn't have because there's something about him wanting everyone to have a good time. So I could also see him like being like, yeah, now that we're here, maybe I should buy something for all of us. Or, even if he feels like, oh, we shouldn't be spending money because I don't know, we were told that we cannot spend money or we don't have the money. And him thinking like, I should get something for all of us. This is a one-time opportunity. And maybe, because we have the page of sourcing here, I could also see him like maybe, like getting along with the guy at the bar, and actually him getting free drinks or something like this, or him just trying to, get a drink, like, oh, like I buy you a drink and you give me one for free for my friends. There's something about him being very nice, being very friendly, like he is, and using his charms to be generous with the others. Definitely. Tail. Okay. Tail, Seven of Pentacles. What is going on with these people and just showing up the pentacles at the club? Like, are they expensive, the clubs over there? Nine of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, another Pentacles. Hmm. Actually, I don't know why I get, because he has the Nine of Swords in the middle. So I wonder if he going out to a club could actually give him anxiety. I'm talking about Tail. Because I could, with the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, it all talks about effort and about putting the effort and sort of waiting for a positive outcome. But in the middle, we have the Nine of Swords. So I sort of feel his energy anxious if he has to go to a club. So I wonder if he is just, he doesn't like going to clubs. I wonder if these places make him feel anxious. Because it's not that the guy wouldn't go. I believe that he would go, but there's something about him thinking a lot about work. And in this case, I don't think that it's like, oh, because I want to go back to work because I'm a workaholic. No, but I think that I don't know, he just feels anxious about going. Probably maybe he fears being exposed, or maybe, I don't know, at some point when he was younger, maybe he went and this was, it got him, like, it was not a pleasant experience, and he just, like, this is why he feels anxious about it. It's like, yeah, then I pull an extra card and I got the High Priestess. Yeah, he fears that if he goes to a club, that it could affect his work, like something wrong could happen. So I wonder if something happened to him, or if he knows that, I don't know, maybe he knows someone that went clubbing and actually they had a bad experience. Because I don't think that this is just about, like, oh, the fear of getting caught and, wow, I'm an idol, like, what are they going to say? I think that probably he knows something is, like, related, something very close to him, something happened at the club with someone that he knows. And I think that for him, it's like the memory is so strong, or what he knows is so strong, that he's like, I will have to make an extra effort to go. And I wouldn't be able to have fun. Because he has the Nine of Swords in the middle, and then he has the High Priestess. So it seems like he would be so worried, or his intuition would be so, like, he would be so on guard all the time that he wouldn't enjoy it. It would cause him stress, actually, instead of having fun. So I don't know. Yeah, he knows, like, there's something about just it triggering him, like him being like, I don't want to go, like, no, like, he could make the effort if it was to accompany someone, but he's like, if it was up to me, I wouldn't go. He would feel anxious all the time. No, did you put cards for 17 in the club as well? 17 are so many, 17 are so many 17s. Hear me talking. They are a lot. We're just trying this concept here, Fluffy. We are just starting. Like, if you mention 17, it's too much pressure on me. There's a lot of members in there. It's the same as saying, I'll do this for the boys, and there are like 11 members. It's not the first time you got that energy from Tail. It was similar for flirting, I think. He was a bit anxious too. Oh, yeah. I hope that Utah will have at least Utah will have what? But also, like, is if you pay attention, like I'm like I'm sure like Utah has its reasons, obviously. Like my guy, my bias is not a saint. Like, maybe he has his reasons. He was like, I don't want to go. But I would expect less of him, because for me, he would be the one that everyone is like, yes, and he would like, no, like, just to say no because everyone is saying yes. Um, but yeah, okay, let's pull for Utah that Utah didn't go, but let's pull for him how he would be at the club. I'm sure he went. It's just that he didn't want to go to that one. But I'm sure he's familiar with clubs. I'm sure. Okay, we start with the Five of Cups for Utah. The Empress, Page of Swords. Not Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. Is it possible that this guy is taken already? This is why he doesn't go? I'm sorry for all the Utah all my fellow Utah biases, but with the Five of Cups, and the keyword here is loss. So he knows it's a loss that he doesn't go. He knows that, yeah, I will go, but I don't want to go. Like, I'm sorry I missed it, but yeah, like, probably he regrets it a bit. He's like, I should go, but I don't know if I want to go. Like, but yeah, with the Empress in the middle, I think that definitely Utah loves another kind of environment. I think that probably he doesn't like clubbing. He just wants to go to these exclusive parties or parties with exclusive friends where he knows he's going to receive the attention or the treatment that he expects. Something that it has to do with luxury as well. Because the Empress is very expensive as well. So there's something maybe about him being an idol and being like, I don't want to go to a regular club. Like, for me, in my image, I would want to go somewhere fancier or someone where there's not like people with cameras that could record me, or maybe it's his perception. But if he would go, he would probably would want to go to these places where he feels like a special, like, oh, you summoned me, you want me to come to your party, like someone's famous birthday party, that, or I don't know, a brand's reunion, a luxury brand that he promotes, inviting him to go to this after party. There's something about him with the Empress. There's something about him like, I don't go to clubs. I only go to certain, like, exclusive places. But yeah, with the card of the Five of Cups, definitely there's a part of him that he sort of regrets he didn't go clubbing when he was younger. Probably there's something about him sort of mourning, that maybe people of his age had done it, and he, because of his training and because of his lifestyle, he didn't get to experience something simple as going to clubbing, but maybe he just knows something about the underground or some clubs. So there's something about him like, I'm not going to a regular club. Like, you better invite me to something expensive and exclusive. But yeah, see, also with the Queen of Swords, in here, with the swords, there's something about him also, if you notice the hands, and here it says ambition. And here it says ambition. So there's something about Utah also, like, that talk about luxury and possibilities and just hanging out with selective group of people. maybe he's in a period of his life where he just wants to be surrounded by a certain group of people. He doesn't want to be just one in the crowd with everyone. So it does this, and also since this is the keyword that says ambition, probably for him, going to these parties or being invited and feeling like, oh, they selected me, they invited me. He would be like, okay, I would go to these after parties or I would go to these celebrations. I would go because it's part of my career or if it's going to be beneficial for my career. Because the keyword is ambition. So probably he's a guy that he's in a period of his life where he doesn't forget the potential of his image and how maybe there are a lot of brands or businesses that are taking a lot of interest in hiring him and his image. So he's like, I don't want to look like a commoner. I don't want to look like I go to a regular place and you just go in there and you just meet me. No, I'm special. I'm an empress. So he, I swear I wasn't expecting this for my bias. I swear I wasn't expecting this. But yeah, the Queen of Swords, I was like, yeah, maybe there's a part of him that maybe there's someone that is also advising him to take care of him and his image, and also, if we think about the Empress and when I said, being prestigious and being in these selective parties or, gatherings, also the fact that he doesn't show up to every event that he's invited. It's like you always are like sort of guessing, like, will he be there? Like, because he's like the surprise, he's the guy that he doesn't usually attend. So when he does, all the eyes are on him. So yeah, he's playing with that as well. But yeah, with the Five of Swords, definitely, maybe if it has to do with hanging out with the others, he definitely feels it like, okay, yeah, this is what I'm losing. Like, this is what I'm losing when I choose to do this. I'm losing the experience of having fun with the members, of being spontaneous with them, being acting our age and being full. But maybe there's also, with the Empress in the middle, he's also thinking as a businessman at this point in his career. He's thinking about the businessman. He's thinking about, job possibilities, job opportunities. He probably is working on something already. He probably has been working on something already. So he knows why he's taking care of himself. He knows it. Okay, guys, who's next? We should, Marushka, we should. He was like, you commoners, I'm not going to see me. You have to pay extra to see me. Johnny. Johnny. Johnny, we start with the death card. Let go. Death card. Four of Swords. Yeah, definitely. And Nine of Wands. I think that for Johnny, I don't know if some people said that he was present in that video of them clubbing. I think that for him, it was a change at the last minute. He didn't want to go, but he was like, or he is that person that he would go clubbing when he needs a change. Because we have the Four of Swords, and here we have the bed that it says rest. So with the desk card, there's something about him. When you change your plans, or of a sudden when you are sort of tired of being, you have been resting, or maybe you know that you should be like resting because your body needs it, but somehow you got an invitation, or someone is like, let's go because I want to go, come with me please. And him being like, okay, I changed my mind, I go. I sort of changed my luck, or I changed my life. What I was supposed to be at bed, in bed at certain hour, well, I changed my mind and now I'm going clubbing. So so for him it's like that, spontaneous. And also with the five of wands here, the keyword is competition. So probably for Johnny is more about him having a bit of FOMO. Maybe this is, his Mars in Leo, like sort of not wanting to miss out on something. He feeling like, okay, if I don't go, like I will be upset the whole day because I don't know, maybe they are having fun without me and I cannot, like, I don't want to miss this. So definitely I see him like, sort of him having to choose between, like, I want my proper rest because I'm tired, or I just want to disconnect from the world, I want to see people. And all of a sudden be like, okay, I'm going with you guys, like, in him deciding at the last minute. um Honestly, with the five of wands at the last, as the last card, I don't know why I think that probably if he drinks too many cups, or there's something about alcohol being like too much in his system, maybe he could get a bit aggressive, like he could get a bit like competitive. There's something about him probably um, being a bit extra, or actually like maybe talking louder or acting a bit like different, him like wanting to exude a bit more of power and dominance over others. If he goes with a group of people, him being like, oh, I'm the one that we are going to do what I want, because I am the oldest. Or it's not about age, but I see him sort of wanting to take over the group, that if he goes with people, he would be like, he would want to rule them all. He would get competitive all of a sudden. Or maybe I don't know if it's, yeah, nine of wands. Because with the nine of wands, I think that if there's alcohol in his system, or if he actually is enjoying himself, there's something about him probably, while he's in the club, him probably feeling very aggressive or energetic, because he had been carrying so much stress on himself, that probably when he goes out, or when he has too much drinks, or maybe when he's having fun, there's something about him letting a bit of his tension, like releasing his tension, like somehow being a bit more, much more like, extrovert, or just talking about, I actually want this to say to you, and I want to do this because I have been feeling like this. He's sort of like just letting. And this is why he got in the death card. We have the card of let go, because the guy had been like, bearing so much weight on his shoulders, or maybe just accumulating a lot of tension, or a lot of, stamina, or just a lot of frustrations in general, that when he goes clubbing, and it's a mix of the atmosphere and people and the noises and everything, that he gets overstimulated, and he's just start, maybe arguing with someone, or just like feeling anxious, or just feeling like too energetic, and people having to calm him down. But yeah, very interesting. Okay, Hechan. You mentioned Hechan. After I'm done with them, I'm going to go, guys, because I'm melting here. It's really hot, I swear. Well, for Hechan, we start with the Hangman. We start with the King of Cups. and the Eight of Cups. Not the Eight, the Eight of Pentacles, not cups. So I think that honestly, there's something about Hechan that if he goes, probably he will go to be babysitting others or to be, because here, as him being the King of Cups, there's something about him being more emotionally mature than the other members. So I think that even though he has the possibility to have fun just like everyone, there's something about him not being able to relax because we start with the hangman. So there's something about him being thinking about probably, if there's people recording us, if there's people like that, I don't know, that they want to take advantage of us, if there's people that, I don't know, they want to, somehow perjudicate us. There's something about Hechan. And I don't think that this is just if he goes out with other NCT members. I think that is in general. If he goes out with a group of friends, or if he goes out with a girl, yeah, I swear, Marushka, I'm surprised. I'm surprised as well. I'm surprised by the level of maturity that this guy has. But there's something about him just also not feeling comfortable at these kind of places. With the handman, and here is called the hand one, is like he cannot surrender to the experience. There's something about him being worried. There's something about him being worried. I don't know. I believe he observes too much how the others behave, and he's afraid that someone is going to lose control. So instead of him just focusing on himself and him being, him being like just enjoying himself and him being like, okay, whatever, like you do you, I will do me, like because I believe he has the possibility to have fun, but I don't know why he feels this need to all of a sudden being very, very aware of what's going on around him and trying to calm others down and trying to be like, okay, like, do you need my help? Do you need something? I'm here for you. What did you say? Like, sort of trying to calm the waters, him being like, and I don't know if maybe he knows, because if this has to do with alcohol and being in a public place, maybe he knows about the guy's nature when they drink. So there's something about him sort of like monitoring everything. There's something about Hechan also not being able to relax because probably his mind works very fast. And also, even though he's the youngest, he probably is someone that he's very intelligent in the sense that he has this sort of networking or this sort of like ability to be observant of everyone's condition. And he probably is worried, or he gets worried. He sort of gets like a mother, like motherly vibe, because when I think about the king of cups, I think about emotions. You think like, I don't want him to get hurt. I don't want him to get his heart feeling. Like, I don't want him to cry. I don't want him to get emotional. I don't want him to fight. Him sort of like, and I think that this sort of like is I don't know why I get that maybe this has to do when you are like the youngest of a family, or you are like the youngest, like somehow you are protective of others. It's like nobody's asking you to protect anyone, but somehow there's this knowledge, like he just knows them, or he just cannot relax. He just is observing of everyone, and he just knows ahead of time how things are going to go. He probably gets very sensitive himself, but he tries to get in control as well for the sake of others and for others to have fun. He's probably that person that is worried that, oh, please don't get into a fight because we are here to have fun, And also with the Eight of Pentacles, he sort of sees it as part of his job. It's like, I have to look out for everyone. Like, I have to make sure that they have fun, or I have to make sure that they don't get into trouble. So it's more like a babysitter. Yeah. I don't see him like having fun himself. No, I see him actually feeling like hard work. Poor guy, but definitely it shows that he has that even though he could just like pretend like he's not seeing anything and just being full and just being like no, but he's paying attention. He's paying attention and he's worried. He's not relaxed. Taeyeon and Mark, okay. Taeyeon. Three of Pentacles for Taeyeon. Collaboration, definitely. I see collaboration when he was on the dance floor and asked Mark to film him. Definitely, there was collaboration in here. There was teamwork. Um, Eight of Cups and Six of Swords. Is this guy thinking about that he has to go to the military? He's thinking about that, and he's emotional. He's he's so emotional, like his transition, and also in here, Eight of Cups, walk away. The guy is so emotional. He's so emotional at the moment. I believe that maybe you will see Taeyeon, not just because we're talking about going to a club, but I think that probably you're going to see him like yeah, like him just being extra because there's something about him being like, okay, I have to make the most of these moments because I'm going to go and I'm feeling overwhelmed. He's just feeling like so emotional. It's hard for him. It's hard for him. Like he has a good team. Like, it's not that he's alone. He's not alone. But he feels emotional. He feels oversensitive. Like, yeah. But yeah, with starting with the free of swords, definitely for Taeyeon, yeah, it's all about going with others. Probably at first he's also someone that he wouldn't dare to go alone. Um, but yeah, he's like, let's do this. Let's do this together because I don't know when I will come back. So let's do things together. So probably he's looking for activities to do with the group and drag them all to let's do this. Let's go to this. I want to come with me. You know, and also I pulled an extra card and I got um the nine of cups, emotional stability. So for him, going to clubs is like a very emotional place. I don't know why. Probably the guy at the end of the night he will start crying. I don't know if it's because he would drink, but there's something about him. I don't think that is sadness, but probably he's the kind of person that at the end of going to a club, he would get emotional. He would start crying. He would start crying, or he would get emotional, telling you a sad story about him. Like the guy is just so emotional, so emotional, so emotional, and also with the with the Six of Swords. I definitely think that is like I could see others like being like, okay, let's go home. Because I think that the guy doesn't want to go home. I think that if he goes clubbing, he could be in there until it closes. You have to kick him out, and I see others forcing him to leave. He definitely loves to club. He loves to dance. He loves he actually loves it. He loves to go with friends. Also with the free of pentacles, there's something like he wouldn't go with strangers. He has to be with his group of Do you hear me now? Is this goddamn mic? Oh my god. Is the mic? Until what part did you? I hate this mark. This mic. I swear I hate it. I said it so many times, and I'm going to say it again. I hate it. It's the worst buy that I did. Um, No, that I was mentioning that for him it's an emotional, it's like an exorcism. For him it's an emotional healing to dance, especially to dance when no one is watching. When no one is watching you. Unfortunately, there were cameras recording him, but there's something about him just maybe, the movement of his body, because he is a Cancer son, so the movement, it sort of helps him transmute his own tension in his body and his own feelings, his own emotions. It is a way like for him to get into a trance, where he just doesn't remember that much what's going on. But for him it's healing, for him it's like, okay, like I'm happy, and if I'm surrounded by the people that I love and trust, the better. But yeah, probably for you to get this guy off the dance floor, you have to grab him out of there, because he just loves it. He just loves it, and he also encourages others to not be shy. Let's go. Let's enjoy ourselves. Like he's not like maybe the Taeyeon, the leader of a few years ago, at the beginning of his career, he would have been like, no, guys, we cannot do this. We are professionals. But now he's like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares if they're watching? I don't care. I'm having fun. So for him, it's healing. For him, it's healing. Yeah. But also he's feeling extra sensitive today. So maybe what you saw, if that we've seen these clips of him dancing, maybe it's because he was feeling in the mood, because the place was nice, the music was nice, but probably it's not going to repeat itself again. Like probably he's not going to do this again. But or if he does, it's not going to be recorded. But I think that for him, this is why I want them to come to Latin America again, because in here, like, yeah, there could be someone filming, of course, but it's like we are not judging, we are actually encouraging you, like, go crazy, like, just be funny, like, we are all different in here, and we love it. We are all different, and we love it. In here, you don't have to be perfect. We love you anyway. Like, you don't have to be perfect. Okay, Mark. That Mark. I wonder if Mark is going to the military. Does anyone know? Because he confuses me. Because some say no, some say yes. I don't know. Okay. Mark got the World card. The Fool. The Fool. So yeah, he could actually adventure himself to do it a lot of times and make a fool of himself, and he doesn't mind. He just enjoys it. And also the eight of swords. That in here the keyword is wow. I was reading it and I was like, it says self-victimization. So the guy definitely feels guilty afterwards. But why? Why the self-victimization? If you're having fun, like, why do you feel so bad? But yeah, with the wall card, it's like actually this, this about him going to clubs, it could happen to him in different parts of the world. Because literally the wall card is like, he could actually visit different clubs in his life. And actually this been very eye-opening for him. Very nice. Because, here we have the keyword is ascension. So it feels like a world opens up to him. A new vision, a new atmosphere, a new part of his vision that he wasn't able to see because he's always so restricted like this. Like, okay, my life is like this, I will follow like this. And the world is like, when you go clubbing, it's a whole new world. And honestly, it feels like a sort of like, I don't want to say like heaven, but it feels like like you're ascending. Like, like the atmosphere, there's some clubs that really like not just the beautiful people and people being happy and just people enjoying themselves, but the atmosphere is very nice. If you go to a nice club, it's beautiful, like definitely. And if you are not used to this kind of places being so attractive, you're like, wow, I never seen something like this. And also seeing everyone so happy. But see, in the middle we have the fool, that is take the leap. It's like, go. Like, allow yourself to experience in it. Allow yourself to enjoy it. You want to go clubbing, go. As many clubs as you want. And have fun. Maybe he likes it. Maybe he likes to go clubbing. I mean, but I don't see Mark like going to clubs because if we see what he was wearing, definitely the guy doesn't go to show himself. Like he would go just to go through the experience, or maybe just to accompany someone that really wants to go. But inside of him, for him, it's a very enjoyable experience. Because everyone is so happy, everyone is so hyped up, everyone is just like nice and just like smiling and just like sharing and the crowd and the music, and he loves music, when it's not a job, when it's not job related, when it's just music to dance to, you don't have to do much, it's just music to dance to. It's not that he has to grab the mic or anything. But then, yeah, afterwards, after the fun is over, he gets the Eight of Swords. That is self-victimization. So probably he could have some regrets. He'd be like, oh my God, what are my parents going to say? Like, what is, like, this is not, I don't usually do these things. Why did I go? Like, but yeah. But yeah, he's cute. He's cute. He's cute, Mark. He's cute. Okay, guys. This was it. And of course, that next, because I know that Fluffy mentioned 17, and because today I have no longer the strength to keep reading for more, but probably, we can keep this series and I can do it for 17. I can do it for 17. So yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. And also, like, I would appreciate, guys, if you can, and if you have the possibility to, if you consume my channel and if you like the videos, please don't forget to give it a like, because I do notice that the views are very low. Like, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I actually, that I upload almost every day. So more that I do, I cannot do for the channel. It just doesn't reach that much. And I am no expert, of course, like I don't know much, but I believe I'm very consistent with the content. So yeah, it would mean a lot to me if you can actually like put a like if you watch it and if you enjoy it. So yeah, maybe like that it can reach to other people. I don't know. I don't know what YouTube wants out of me, that I'm just a person, like, you know. But yeah, I do appreciate the support, anyways, guys. Thank you so much. I know you had been part of the community for a while. I know I shouldn't have to mention, like, please don't forget to give it a like. But yeah, I don't know why. It's just like the views had dropped, or I don't know how they measure it. Honestly, like I don't know, but yeah, that's all I have available. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you during the week. Bye.